Today we are reviewing the brand new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness package, which is the most capable of the Crosstrek lineup this year and the first iteration of the Wilderness package on the Crosstrek lineup. Now, is this the most capable subcompact car that you can get on the market? Let's find out. The brand new Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness package is completely redesigned from the ground up in looks, at least. The Crosstrek Wilderness looks completely different than all the other Crosstreks to an extent. They look very similar underneath all of their body armor that you see on the new Wilderness package, so let's get into it. The Wilderness, to start, is 9.3 inches of ground clearance compared to the 8.7 that you get on the other Crosstreks, so that's to account for your departure and approachment angles. You get about 5 degrees more of approach and departure on both your fronts and rears. With that, you also get 17-inch all-terrain tires from the factory. They're very nice. They look really rugged. I like them a lot, and it's quite interesting to see them on this subcompact car. Along the outside of the car, all the way around, there's extra body armor everywhere. It's a nice dark plastic protection pieces, I guess you could say. That way when you're going through brush and things like that, you're not damaging the paint, and you can kind of just heat up that plastic and burn it right back to your natural color. It looks really clean. It's not really my style per se, but it does look good on the Crosstrek. With the Wilderness package, you do also get a 700-pound roof rack, which is a ladder style roof rack, but with the 700-pound rating, that means that you can put on a rooftop tent as well as get 1 or 2 people inside of it when you're out in the wilderness with your Wilderness. The body style around the outside does feature this nice gold accenting everywhere. You see Wilderness badges all around, and then on the roof you have the nice gold accents as well as on the front and rear. Contributing to the off-road nature of the Wilderness package on the Crosstrek, you do also get a slightly different paint job. You'll notice that on the hood of the Wilderness package you don't have a solid blue color. Instead you get this matte black in the center. The purpose of that is actually when you're driving off-road or in, the blazing sun, somewhere that's not the Midwest probably, you don't get all of that glare back. It kind of deadens it out so that maybe you don't need glasses or whatever. But overall, I actually kind of like it. It looks better than just having the solid blue. I think it gives it some character. Also, the lights on the Subaru Wilderness are very unique. At the bottom, your fog lights are kind of like these hexagon shapes. They look very unique. I haven't seen them on another car unless they're aftermarket, so I actually really like them. The headlights, they come to this pointed shape around the sides and they're LED. They look really good. They're nice and bright. Can't complain about anything there. One thing that might surprise a lot of people though, when you're paying $35,000 for a car, you expect most of the pieces to at least be painted. However, the side view mirrors are just black plastic. So if you were hoping for it to match the car, you are out of luck. Overall, I do like the looks and aesthetics of the exterior of the Wilderness package. I think it looks a lot more unique than the other Crosstreks. Personally, I like it. Now on the inside of the brand new Wilderness, it is quite similar to the other models of Crosstreks. However, there are some key differences, so let's go over them. Within the Crosstrek, you do get a lot of plastic everywhere. Basically everything is plastic. It's a nice carbon fiber looking plastic, but it's still plastic. On the seats, you do have StarTech synthetic leather, which is Subaru's line of synthetic leather. It's nice, it's not bad. The seats are really comfortable, but it's still fake leather. You do have a nice gold stitching throughout, and then embossed on the top is Subaru Wilderness package. So it looks good. Like the hexagonal shapes that are within the leather, can't complain about any of that. It looks fine. The door panels, however, are purely plastic, like I mentioned. Now, because this is supposed to be an off-road subcompact car, it makes sense that a lot of things are plastic because you're gonna get it dirty if you take it off-road. And we all want cleanup to be just a little bit easier. Other than that, just about everything is the same as the other Crosstrek models. You have wireless charging. In the front, you have 2 USB ports, one Type-C and one Type-A. You have auxiliary, you have wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, heated seats, both passenger and driver, no ventilation. Also, in this package that we are driving, it has the upgraded package, so the driver's seat does have 10-point power seating control, as well as the Harman Kardon music system and the sunroof. In the other models, you do not get the sunroof without paying the extra $2,500. So, that's nice that this one has it, but is $2,500 really worth power seat and a sunroof and a little bit better sound system? I don't know. You tell me. Let us know in the comments. Also, every model of the Subaru Crosstrek this year does come with the 11.6-inch vertical touchscreen infotainment center. It's not bad, but it's not the best either. It's really laggy, you catch a glare, but it's very capable. Things are in the right spot that you would expect them to be. You don't have to necessarily go digging through menus to find your hotspot. It works fine. I would like for it to be a little less laggy and maybe a little bit more glare proof, but other than that, it's what you would expect. Subaru wants this to be the safest and most capable subcompact car on the market. So it is equipped with EyeSight, which gives you lane departure alerts and adaptive cruise control, as well as front and rear collision detection. Basically all of the things that Subaru has standard across their lineup. You don't get any 360 views or any underneath view like you would in some other off-road capable vehicles, but you do have everything you need to keep you safe on the road. It's not necessarily for help off-roading, but for help on the highway or around town. Now on this 11.7-inch touchscreen display, there are some caveats that a lot of people may not like. The top 1/5 and lower 1/5 of the display, you can't change. They're stuck how they are forever. The top of the display will always show the time, the temperature, and what audio is playing. Whereas the bottom of the display will always have the touchscreen buttons for your climate, as well as some other buttons, such as to go home, connect a new device. There's also, you can enable or disable the auto start or auto stop feature, which I know a lot of people don't like.
Yeah, I hate it so much for that feature. In my opinion, feel like it will cause the starter premature. I could be wrong. For nowadays, they have new style of starter. But in my opinion, I hate it because every time I turn the car, I have to shut it off.
Now for price, the brand new Crosstrek does come in 5 different trim levels for 2024. The base starts out just over $25,000 at $25,195. The premium starts out at just over $26,000 at $26,345. The sport starts out just under $30,000 at $29,195. The limited starts out at just over $31,000 at $31,095. And the Wilderness, which we're driving today, starts at $32,195. However, the package that we're driving today, like I mentioned, does also include the power seats, the sunroof, and the Harman Kardon sound system, which that package is $2,270. So this one specifically is $35,560.
So now we're behind this 2024 Subaru Crosstrek. Subaru offers 2 powertrain options. For the Sport, Limited, and Wilderness trims, they offer 2.5-liter 4-cylinder box engine, produce 182 horsepower and 178 pound-foot of torque. And for the transmission option, for all the trim, they offer CVT transmission. I personally don't like CVT transmission because they're more like, you have to pay more attention to the maintenance, and it's easy to break down.
Now, Steve, did you know that while this does have a CVT transmission, they did do something different this year with the Wilderness?
Oh, that I don't know.
Oh, well, see, this CVT transmission actually has a secondary pressure sensor, allowing it to function better at lower speeds compared to other CVT transmissions. Because on the other ones, you know how they're really rubber bandy at low speeds? Yes. This one's supposed to be better. Supposed to be. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see after a few years. So, Josh, I know you're a truck guy. So, do you know what's the towing capacity for this Subaru?
Because it is supposed to be the most capable subcompact car in its class, it does have a little bit of an upgraded towing capacity. All the other Crosstrek models outside of the Wilderness all have 1,500 pounds across the board. This one, however, does have 3,500 pounds.
Wow.
So you can actually tow like a nice teardrop trailer for when you're going camping and still have your tent on the roof. They were able to accomplish this because they added a cooling fan and an all-new transmission oil cooler. So that's why they're able to get double that towing capacity.
Well, it seems Subaru have done a better job for the transmission. As far as I know if you are cooler transmission, that will normally last longer. So maybe that's why that could be the solution of the CVT, huh?
Yeah, I guess that's how they're complementing it. Instead of putting all the wear on the transmission, or they're trying to take a lot of wear off that transmission this year on this model.
Yeah, for the fuel economy, for the 2.0 engine, for the city it's 27 miles per gallon, and then for the highway it's 34 miles per gallon, and combined is 29 miles per gallon. And then for the 2.5 engine, 26 for the city, 33 for the highway, and combined is 29. However, the Wilderness use a little more gas. It's 25 for the city, 29 for the highway, and 27 for the combined.
And actually a big reason why they come up with, or why the Wilderness comes up short on the gas mileage because of that, is because the Wilderness actually has a shorter final drive ratio than the other models. The Wilderness actually comes in at a 4.1 drive ratio, which means that it has a little bit more acceleration than the other Crosstrek models, basically. And that's why you get, your miles per gallon gets punched.
Is it the same reason that's why I kind of feel like a little bit faster compared to the 2.5 regular models?
Yeah, you're not in a sports car by any means, but you do get a little bit more acceleration.
Let's talk about the drive. The acceleration it's okay. It's not like a sport car, I would say.
Yeah, the acceleration really leaves something to be desired for me.
Yeah, me too. When I had my 2015, I hate it. It's so slow. When I exit or go on the highway, it's really hard for me to catch up like the others' driver speed, you know.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's great for the city, but the moment you've got a short on-ramp, you're in trouble.
For the steering feeling, just feel like okay, not like impressive like a sport car. It still has body roll. I guess because it's lift up 4 inches off the ground, or compared to the regular Impreza.
Oh well, compared to the Impreza, yeah, it's like 4 or 5 inches higher.
Oh yeah, okay, maybe that's why I feel more body rolls.
Well, also this one does have larger springs than the other Crosstrek models. So yeah, it's a little bit taller, so you get that roll for sure.
For the steering wheel, it's pretty much similar to the 2015, the first gen, but I feel like a little bit thicker, the steering wheel, compared to the other one. It's really good feeling. It's a leather, wrapped with leather. And then for the seat, I feel like a lot of thick cushions. Like, I'm sitting on a thick cushion, like a couch. However, it's kind of small though, compared to the first gen. It was more like sporty, wrapped around my waist, and less cushion. But overall, I kind of like it if you drive for like a long distance or like a road trip. It's pretty comfortable. And I like the power seat. The one I had, I did not have a power seat. This one even have a lumbar support, so good for old people like me, you know.
And it looks like you have good headroom too. I mean, you're a bit taller than me, and you've still got a good 4 or 5 inches up there in headroom. However, in the rear, you were definitely struggling.
Yeah, especially you have kids, you put a car seat in, and basically there's no more room.
So Steve, there are a few things that stick out for Subarus that basically all of them have. What are those?
All of the Subaru models equipped with box engine. I'm not sure they get rid of the box six-cylinder box engine. Those are garbage. I'm not sure you remember there's a model called Tribeca.
No, actually, I've never heard of that one.
It's kind of like an SUV, big mid-size SUV. I think the production was back in 2009, and it's horrible. It's so unreliable.
So now, in conclusion, do we like this Subaru Crosstrek? I'm not sure. Steve, what do you think?
I like the style because I'm Asian. That's why I like the yellow accent.
Okay, yeah, you know, I'd have to agree. I have to like it too because it's completely different than everything else you see on the road. It is comfortable, it drives nice, and it's there for the price point. It's below the Jeep Compass, it's below the Bronco, and you know, it's off-road capable. What all can it do? We're not sure yet, but I think it's a buy.
Yeah, for a good entry-level vehicle, gas mileage and the price point.
It's all there.
Unlike Tesla, all look the same. Model 3, Model S, Model X, Model Y, they all look the same.
Right.
Same color.
Yeah, so you get a little bit of gold and a little bit of blue, a little bit of black, some plastic armor. Can't complain about that.
Yeah, and all-terrain tire.
Yeah.
How often you see a car from manufacturer have offer all-terrain car?
Especially a
all-terrain tires.
subcompact.
Yeah.
You never see that.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say this is a buy. If I was looking for a subcompact that I can explore the world with, I'd buy it. So stay tuned next time for our next review.